Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I figured today we'd do something a little different because I get asked the question since I've had a video or two come out where I am actually buying niche fragrances at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, all the rack stores. And I know in some of the groups on Facebook that are part of the community, and the question gets asked, how are you finding these niche fragrances at rack stores? Mancera's, Rita Ventus. I've seen personally, I've been able to get, Bond Number 9, Serge Lutens. I had an opportunity to get a Rita Ventus cologne. I passed on Mancera Red Tobacco, which in hindsight, I didn't pass on it. I went back the next day and it was gone. So there's a few things that you can do and try to see if this is something that if you're interested in picking up niche fragrances at rack stores, if that's something that you've been wanting to do and you think that your TJ Maxx sucks and it's no good, and you're seeing people post that they're copping all these high-end niche fragrances for half the price at TJ Maxx, and it's frustrating, I understand, but I'm gonna just show you just a couple tips on how you can do it where you are and things you need to pay attention to, and why necessarily your TJ Maxx specifically or your Marshalls, why they're not as bad as you might think. But yeah, let's get into it. The first thing may seem like an obvious thing, but what you want to do is check the website of these rack stores. So your Marshalls, your TJ Maxxes, mainly those two, because those are the more discounted rack stores. You can check Nordstrom Rack, you can check Saks Off Fifth, but typically those prices are going to be a little higher. You can probably, whatever you can get on either one of those websites, normally you can get cheaper on some of the discount websites. But nonetheless, let's take a look at the websites and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, and by the way, scent of the day is Guerlain's L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum. So, a great one. So, I'm here on Marshall's website, and now in Marshall's personally, like I told you, I've seen Creed Aventus Cologne. I've actually personally bought Creed Himalaya there. So it's actually, it's pretty cool because, there's a lot of times with their inventory, they're constantly changing their inventory. So, my first tip, like I said, go to the website. Let's take a look, see what they have for fragrance, and go from there. So we're going to click here, cologne and grooming. So right off the bat, you see, they have this Russian leather from Memo Paris. You see Atelier colognes there. I've seen Orange Sanguine in store. So you got Givenchy Gentleman here. And these are all heavily discounted, $75.99 for Orange Sanguine. These are the prices that you're going to pay if you see these in store. Now, typically, and more likely than not, fragrances like Memo Paris, Russian leather, or let's find another one right here, Mancera Roses Greedy. You're not going to find these in store. At least if you do find them, and this is why this sort of tutorial, I guess, is to help you guys find these in store, is that where these are so available online, people will buy these and then return them to the store. So if they don't like them. So typically what you'll see, and I'll put a photo in here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But if you do find one of these bottles, say a Mancera Roses Greedy or a Memo Paris, if you find one of these in your Marshalls, typically it's going to have a different price tag on it. So, and like I said, I'll put up a photo so you can see what I'm talking about. But that price tag is an indication that this item was returned, and it was initially an online item, an online order item. So, yeah, so that's what that is. And Like I said, you're going to find these, but the only way to really know is, like I said, that sticker is going to be the first indication, and that price tag is going to be the first indication, and just the fact that you're seeing it. So it's not necessarily your TJ Maxx. Odds are, if you're running into these items, someone in your neighborhood or near you ordered it online, didn't like it, and returned it. So that's typically what you're going to see. And then what I always suggest is also checking the women's section, because a lot of times they will put either unisex fragrances in there or male fragrances for whatever reason. So let's check perfume. So there's that Memo Paris again, Russian leather. I heard this one is actually really good. I'd like to try that. And then you have, again, the Givenchy Gentleman. So some of the same items, but let's see if there's anything different here. You have Memo Paris Italian leather. Again, you got your Burberry London, Burberry Touch. So right here, this is a unisex fragrance that more likely than not was not on the men's side. This is Hermes L'Ombre de Merveilles, really good fragrance, and that is actually cheaper than what I've seen it for in store. So that's a pretty good price for 1 ounce. You have Chocolate Greedy from Montal. I've seen Montals in TJ Maxx's before. And again, with that sticker, that different price sticker, which indicates again that was actually a return. So TJ Maxx, Marshalls, they're not actually stocking these items in store. They are, taking returns because people don't like them. They're spraying them once. So a good way to tell is if you do purchase these items from the store and you open the box, maybe the cellophane's missing. Maybe it is in cellophane, and you go to spray it and you can tell by the atomizer that it's already been sprayed. That is what you're seeing in the stores. They are not stocking Aventus. They are not stocking Montals or these types of niche fragrances. They're taking returns, and that's why people are getting them from the rack store. So that leads me into my second tip to getting these fragrances is you have to go to the stores every day. It's when you think about it, I'll give an example. Like I said, that Mancera red tobacco that I saw, I didn't grab it. It was $84.99. I was thinking about it, and then I didn't pull the trigger. And then that night I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop there again tomorrow and just grab it. You never see it. I'm going to get it. That's a really good price for it. So I went back, it was gone. So it just shows that, there's a lot of people that are in the market for these. They recognize it when they see it and they grabbed it. So, in retrospect, I wish I had grabbed it, but I didn't. So, but to, counteract that a bit, you need to be looking at the rack stores. You need to be going at least weekly to see what they have. And typically, I want to say Marshalls and TJ Maxx restocks their shelves on Tuesdays. So you can go see what they have, and hopefully you get lucky. But that's, that. And then my last tip is, again, something that might seem common sense, but the people that are working at these locations, the Marshalls, TJ Maxx's, they don't necessarily know what fragrance is for men or what fragrance is for women. So it's actually pretty critical. If you're in the store, don't just go to the men's section. Don't just go to the women's section. Check both, because a lot of times there's crossover. What I've discovered is that Marshalls is way better at keeping those fragrances separate by sex. So if it's a fragrance that's marketed towards women, it's typically in the women's section, and vice versa. But there isn't, it's not a hard and fast rule, and a lot of times they do screw this up. So absolutely check the women's section, check the men's section if you are trying to cop a niche fragrance, because like I said, when I've seen these items, like the Mancera red tobacco, for example, was in the women's perfume section in a case. So take that for what it's worth. But it's something that you should be doing if you are interested in making sure that you are able to get niche fragrances at a discount from the rack stores. So, and I'll really quickly show you the TJ Maxx website. Because it's going to have a similar layout, and we can start. Let's start with the women's section first and just see if they have anything different that Marshalls didn't have. So there's not a whole lot, but here you got Coach Platinum for $44.99. You have Creed Aventus Cologne for $300, which you can probably get it a little cheaper for a 3.3 ounce, but if you're in store and you see it, there's something to just grabbing this stuff in the wild. And I've seen Creed Aventus Cologne. It was actually the 1.7 ounce for $199. So, and it had that return sticker on it, that return pricing label. I have seen a lot of the spice bombs lately at TJ Maxx, so clearly here it's available. This is actually cheaper than it is in store by a couple bucks. In store, it's $89.99. So obviously online, it's $87.99. Let's see what else they have. So that's pretty much it for the women's perfume. Let's see if they have anything different in the men's section. Pretty much the same stuff, so they don't have very much there. But so that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully that this tutorial was helpful. Let me know in the comment section below, have you guys found any niche fragrances in TJ Maxx or Marshalls or any of the rack stores for that matter? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like what you saw today, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you are updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, I will see you in the next video.